are you really living for? When you think about it, why do you do the things that you do? Why do you want the job that you work? Why do you want the job that you crave? Why do you do the things that you do? Why do you wake up every day? And like, most of us don't have the answer to this. Let's be real. Most of us don't even know what our purposes are. Like, and honestly, sometimes I just truly feel like what are we doing looking for it? Because when we step outside of ourselves and try to look for something that is never really outside of ourselves, we get lost. And then we continue to get lost when we're trying to like chase something, a feeling, a person, a place, a thing. Why? Safety, attachment, feelings, emotions. What are these things that are keeping us in the same patterns, in the same loops, looking for the same people, looking for the same addictions, for the same comforts? What are these wounds that are affecting us in this way, and why? When we start to ask why, we create an awareness within ourselves. And it's not, at first, sometimes it feels like we're shaming ourselves in doing this, but it's not that we're shaming ourselves. We're just becoming aware of something. And sometimes when you become aware of something, you become aware of it for the first time. And it's kind of embarrassing. It's like, let's say I have this wound, and it's this wound of like being seen or being rejected. And at first, when I uncover that wound within myself and I say like, what am I feeling and why am I feeling and where does this come from? I might start to feel, or I'm used to maybe feel this feeling of shame whenever these things would come up. But you have to let them come up. You have to feel them. You have to face them. And you have to know within yourself that this darkness that you see is not all that exists. That for every ounce of darkness within your being, there is an equal amount of light. And it is the same thing with everyone. Nobody's perfect. Nobody. I'm telling you, everyone has demons. Everyone. The person that you can think of, the lightest hearted person, like the person that you know to be the nicest, kindest person, I'll bet you they have faced their fucking demons. And for every amount of good that they have in their heart, they have equal amounts of darkness that they could use for destruction, but they don't. And that's what I need you to understand is duality. Duality is necessary in life, and it will always be there in life. And sometimes duality keeps us safe. There are some things that we feel shame about because it's not necessarily the best actions that can come from these emotions and feelings. But sometimes it can give us a direction as to whether we're following our intuition, as to whether we're ignoring our intuition, as to whether we're on the right path. Because when we start to begin to feel uncomfortable, it really tells us a lot about our situation in life, about our environment, or about ourselves, about our identities. And it really is just choosing. But first, it starts with giving yourself permission to want the life that you actually want to live. And sometimes we don't know what that life looks like. We have to start with the feeling. Do you want to feel free? Do you want to feel like a good person? Do you want to feel purposeful? Do you want to feel like, what do you want to feel? And just start to think about what you have around you. And start to think of how you can create this feeling within yourself that already exists within your reality. Because I think that we get stuck in the potential of what could be instead of living in what we have. Like, we are never really living in the lives that we're living. We're constantly thinking about the next thing or the past. And that's just no way to live. Like, imagine getting to your 80s and you look back and you're like, well, I'm here and I kept chasing something and I never lived out my youth and enjoyed the little things. I never like sat there and enjoyed the little walks of nature outside. I never sat there with my family and really took in the moment. I was just thinking about the next thing I needed to do. I never like went out with my friends and did this and that. Or maybe I never even sat at home with my pet and cuddled enough. You know, like, whatever you do in life, I don't care what it is. I don't care how big or small it is. I don't care if you climb Mount Everest, and I don't care if you look at a ladybug on a leaf, but whatever you do in life, do it with presence. Do it with presence. I don't care where you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care. Choose who you want to be and live it with presence. Life is about LARPing, if you think about it. Life is really live action role playing. Choose to be whoever it is you would like to embody today, no matter your circumstances, and have the audacity to give yourself the permission to want the things that you want in life, no matter how big or small. Face yourself. Ask yourself why.